Hi guys, it's Kate, and in today's video I will be responding to your assumptions about me. So I posted on my Instagram story one of those little question icons, and I asked you guys to send me your assumptions about me, whether it's something that you've just always assumed or whether it's something that you kind of assume when you see me or see my posts. So I did get a lot, so for that reason I won't be responding to all of them. But I do want to respond to the ones that I got the most, like the most common assumptions, or just the ones that I saw and really wanted to set the record straight about those. So without further ado, here are your assumptions and here are my responses. Let's get into it. So the first one that I got that I thought was pretty funny was you own plants. So I feel like a lot of people think that my style is different than what it is. I don't really know how to describe it, but I feel like people have this like stigma, like image of me in their head of like how I am. And I feel like people would think I'm the type of person that would own plants and have like a room that's painted white with like brown furniture and like garland on the ceilings and all like super earthy. And yeah, that's a super cute look. And if I had the time and or money to do that, yeah, that's probably what my room would look like, but that's just not what it looks like. And I do not own plants. I have little fake like ceramic succulents, but I don't have any real ones because I feel like if you can actually take care of plants, it's a sign that you have your life together, but I don't, so I don't have plants. And I don't think I'd be able to take care of them if I did. Whenever I've gotten flowers in the past, they usually die pretty quickly because I don't put them in water and I always forget to change the water and all that kind of stuff. So no, I do not own plants. So that assumption is incorrect. The next one is you are super confident. So I would say that I don't struggle with confidence like I used to. I would say now I am pretty confident, but in the past I definitely wasn't. I definitely wanted to be something that I was not, and I was more worried about what people thought about me than what I actually was. I don't know if that makes any sense, but basically I was just more worried about other people's opinions than I was about anything else. And so yeah, in the past I was super insecure. I was not confident at all, but now I would say I am pretty confident. I wouldn't say super confident just because I feel like sometimes super confident can become arrogant, and I don't think I'm arrogant. I mean, I feel like it's always the arrogant people. They're like, I'm not arrogant, but like I've never heard that I am. No one has ever used that as an insult against me. I feel like when people insult you, they tell you what they really think, and that's never been something that has been said to me. So if I am like overly confident, then I've never been told that. But as far as confidence, I would say that the older I get, the more of it I have. So if you aren't super confident in yourself, I would say just wait a few years, and I think that the older you get, the more you will learn to accept yourself and love yourself and be more confident. The next one is you are a genuine and kind-hearted person. So thank you for assuming that. That's really sweet. I don't like to give myself compliments, and I'm not very good at accepting compliments. Honestly, that's one of my flaws, I would say, is when people compliment me, I often deflect, and instead of saying like, oh, thank you, I'll be like, no, you are. Like, I can't accept a compliment. So I don't know what to say to this one. I think it's really sweet, but I feel like you can't really say those things about yourself. Like, other people have to kind of confirm them. So I would like to think that I'm those things, but you'd have to ask someone that knows me personally. The next one I got is you don't seem shy when you meet new people, you're very outgoing. And then another one that I got was you're super social. So I put those together because they're kind of the same thing. But yes, I would say I am very outgoing. My personality is very like social butterfly. I'm very talkative, and I like to meet new people. I like to get to know people, but there are certain situations where I am a little bit shy, but I would say for the most part, I am pretty outgoing, and that's what I hear the most about my personality, is that I'm super outgoing and super like social. So I would say that those assumptions are correct. Another one that I got is, you seem like you'd be the one who breaks up the awkward silence or situation. Yes and no. I feel like I'm pretty good at being like, okay guys, like you guys are being awkward, like let's come on, it's fine. But also I feel like I'm the one that makes it awkward sometimes. Like when you go in for like a handshake and they go in for a hug and you're like, and they're like, and you guys are both just standing there and then you're like, that's me. Like that's me all the time. Like I'll just be like, and then they go in for the handshake and then you're going for a hug and then you're just kind of like, okay. That's me. Like I'm that person. That happens to me a lot. So yes, I do break up awkward silences, but I'm also sometimes the one that creates those. So yes and no. Somebody else said, you're awesome and you love to meet new people and you get to know them. You respect everyone. Thank you for assuming that. I think that's really nice. But I like to be as accepting of people as possible. I don't like to judge you based on meeting you one time. I respect your opinion. I respect your choices, and I'm not gonna speak to those if I don't know your situation. So I feel like this one is accurate from my perspective, but like I said, you'd have to ask someone that knows me. That's why I feel like this video is weird, because I feel like on social media we are so quick to judge people and we're so quick to assume things about people that we've never actually met. So that's why this video is weird, and that's why it's also weird to film it, because I feel like some of these you can't even be like, yeah, that's true, because you don't want to seem like you're full of yourself or whatever. So you gotta be careful with how you answer these questions. Another one that I got is, you travel a lot. That's actually not true. People kind of tend to associate me with my sister, and I feel like my sister travels a lot more than I do. My sister has been to a couple different European countries. She's been to a lot more states than I have, and with her job, she actually does travel. Whereas I work at Panera Bread and I'm in college, so I don't travel very often. I've traveled out of country one time, and that was to Canada for a day because I had a job where I was driving someone to Canada. It's a long story. Maybe someday I'll tell you guys about it, but basically I was in Canada for like one day. But other than that, I've never been out of the country, and I haven't been to very many states. I've been to a few, but I haven't been to any like cool states like New York or California. So that's actually not true. I don't travel a lot, but I wish I did. So maybe we can change that in the future. So this one made me laugh really hard, and this assumption is that you're vegan. Y'all, if you know me, you know I'm all about steak, I'm all about chicken, I'm all about cheese, I'm all about all kinds of things that vegans are not allowed to eat. I am not a vegan. I love corn dogs, I love wings, I love hot dogs and cheeseburgers and pizza, and tacos. Love tacos. Chinese food, Lebanese food. I mean, I love food, and I feel like vegans don't live as much because they don't eat meat and cheese. And don't hate on me, seriously. Like, if you're a vegan, good for you. Like I said, I won't judge you for your life choices. I have friends that are vegan. It's not weird. It's a common thing. But I feel like they don't live as much because they restrict themselves and they have this like small little diet of things they're allowed to eat. Whereas people that don't stick to any type of like list of things they can't eat, they just have more fun because like we can go to different places and not have to worry about, is this vegan? Does this have cheese in it? Like, I feel like when you go to a restaurant with a vegan person, they have to like search and scour the menu. Like, does this have any dairy? Does this have meat? What kind of broth is this? Is this chicken stock or beef stock? Whereas me, I'm just like, okay, I'll get the beef tenderloin. I'm gonna get some mashed potatoes with butter. Like, I don't want to drink my coffee with coconut milk. I don't want to use soy milk. Ugh. Just get it with some 2% or some half and half. Like, it's just not that serious. But like I said, if you are vegan, like, good for you. You have a lot of willpower, but I don't. I love meat, and I couldn't cut it out of my diet if I tried. And I have tried. I've tried to be vegan, tried to be vegetarian, didn't work, like meat too much. So, moving on. The next assumption about me is you never take a bad photo and post it. So this is false. I take bad photos all the time. And it is correct about me not posting it, because why would you post a photo where you look bad on your own page? I feel like if you want to see a bad photo of me, you can go look through my tagged photos. A lot of my friends post ugly photos of me. I'm not sure if it's on purpose, but there's a lot of them out there. So if you want to see them, just go look at my tagged photos. I'm not the type of person that untags myself from things where I look ugly, because I just think that's stupid. But there are a lot of bad photos out there of me. I just don't post them because, you know, it's my page, so I'm gonna post the ones where I don't look ugly. You know what I'm saying? The next assumption about me is you're crazy and fun outside of YouTube. This is true. My personality is very like loud, sometimes obnoxious, outgoing, like I said earlier. I feel like on YouTube, I sometimes watch my videos back and I'm like, I feel like I don't act like that in person. Like I seem like more chill in my videos. And as far as like the tone of my voice, sometimes I feel like I'm kind of monotone, whereas in real life I feel like I'll have a lot of like fluctuation, and I use a lot of different like voices and accents and like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you get in front of a camera, you almost have like anxiety that like you need to like sound a certain way. But in real life, I would say I'm pretty loud and crazy. The next assumption is you wear a weave. And this made me laugh really hard because I just did not expect to get it. I do not wear a weave. I feel like I've made enough hair videos to where people should know my hair's real, but no, I don't wear a weave. I don't wear extensions. My hair is completely real. I don't use any fake hair to make it thicker or longer. It just is what it is. But yeah, so I have heard this assumption before. I haven't actually had it messaged to me or asked over Instagram, but people in person have asked me like, so is your hair real? Like, do you wear extensions? And I'm like, what? Like, I feel like that is what's so crazy about girls these days is like, you don't know. You don't know what's real, you don't know what's fake. Like if you guys have seen those viral videos of girls in Asia, I think it's like Korea, their like routines of like their daily like makeup and hair, they wear like wigs and prosthetics and contacts to make themselves look different, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, that is way too much work. I don't even know how to put extensions in. So the next assumption is I bet they roll out the red carpet for you when you walk into Starbucks. That's just like, it's funny, but it's not true. Obviously, I don't think they would do this for anyone, whether they're like a celebrity or royalty. I feel like Starbucks doesn't really care, and especially about someone who's normal like me and doesn't even go there that many times a week. I feel like people also assume that I go to Starbucks like every day, but that's actually not true. I usually go maybe like once a week or like once every 2 weeks, just because I don't have time to go, and I usually drink stuff from Panera, which is where I work, or I stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get a cheap little iced coffee on the way to class. But I like Starbucks, obviously, but yeah, I'm not as frequent of a customer as some people, so they would never roll out red carpets or give me free drinks or anything like that, because I'm not that frequent of a customer. The next one is, I assume that you're a sarcastic person who has some sass, but is super down to earth and honest. So I would say that this is pretty accurate. I am pretty sarcastic. I'm a little sassy. I'm working on it. But I have been like that since I was a little kid. Everyone used to always call me a little sass when I was little because I was very sassy. I was very feisty. I was always making this little frowning face, like. But I would say I also am pretty honest. I'm pretty to the point. If I see something about you and I have noticed it, or if we're friends and you're asking me for advice, I'm gonna be straight up with you. But as far as the down to earth part, I would like to think that I'm pretty down to earth and act the same in real life as I do on social media. So hopefully that's true, but to the other stuff, I'm working on it. The next one is you're very picky with food. This is not true. I think something people don't know about me is that I eat a lot, and I eat a lot of like big foods and big portions, and I like to try stuff. I think a lot of the stuff that I didn't like when I was younger and I was like sort of picky about, I like a lot now, such as like sushi or fish or mayonnaise, or I still don't like mustard. I can't get past the taste. Still don't like cilantro, but I like Brussels sprouts. I like, what are some other things? I like onions. I don't know if I already said that, but I feel like I like a lot of things that are people that are picky don't like. So I would definitely say I'm not a picky person. I feel like if it's on the table, I'll eat it. If my mom spent time preparing it, I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna try it. Not picky, I don't think. My sister is a lot more picky than I am, but no, me and my brother will just try it, you know, just to try it. This one is really sweet, so I didn't want to leave it out. It just says, you're really nice and pretty. You have a true calling from God. So I'm not sure if that's an assumption, but I think it's just like a compliment. So I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's very sweet. You guys are always so sweet. You guys send me the nicest things on Instagram. So I just want to say I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. I seriously love you guys. This one says, you put aside others' thoughts about you and own who you are. You know whose you are. So I would agree with this one for sure. I don't really not necessarily say like I don't care, but I don't get upset when people don't like me or don't like something about me. For me, I've always just thought that if you don't like someone just for the fact of not liking them, I feel like that's a personal problem with you, whether it's pride or like you just having like an issue with people. I feel like there's no point in, you know, getting caught up over people's opinions of you. If those opinions are true and you're actually what they think you are, yeah, you should definitely work on it and try to get better. But if they're just people that are hating on you for no reason, then you shouldn't care about it, and you should know whose you are, as she said, which is a child of God. You are one of God's creations, and if you're doing the right thing and you are living your life for God and you're not, you know, living secret life or whatever, like there's no reason for you to be worrying about what people are saying about you or what people are thinking about you, because at the end of the day, that shows more about their character than it does about yours. So I would say I try not to sweat the small stuff, and I try not to care about what people think about me. So I feel like this assumption is correct. This next one says that you're kind of preppy, but I am too, so no judgment. This one made me laugh. I would say no, I'm not preppy. As far as style goes, I don't really have a specific style. I would say my style is pretty eclectic. So, collective? How do you say that? Is it eclectic? Hold on, I'm gonna Google this. Eclectic, deriving ideas, style, or taste from a broad and diverse range of sources. So I was wrong. Eclectic. I would say my style is pretty eclectic. It's not preppy, it's not girly, it's not fancy, it's not casual, it's just whatever I'm feeling in that day. So some days I'm like super girly and I have like, you know, flowy dress, like curly hair, cute little bobby pins, or other days I have on Vans and a Carhartt hat and I'm just chilling. Like I feel like I don't have a specific style, and I feel like that's what makes your style cool and makes it what it is. So yeah, I don't think I'm preppy. I think I just kind of wear what is cute, and it's not preppy, I don't think. So the next one made me laugh a lot, and it says, you've dated a lot, with a smiley face. So this one made me laugh because it's not true at all. I feel like that is a common assumption that people have about me, because when I was younger and I would tell people, you know, I've said it in my videos, like I've never dated anyone, never kissed anyone, people would be like, you're lying, that's not true. And I'm like, I swear, like I just genuinely haven't. And people are always like not believing me, and I'm not really sure why, but it's true. Like for real, I've not dated a lot. I've had one boyfriend in my whole life, and that's it. I haven't done anything. I've been on one date with someone that was not my boyfriend like last year, but other than that, I've not dated a lot. I've talked to a few guys, but never dated them. So the next one is, you're really blunt. I've got to say this one is true. I feel like sometimes I'm a little too blunt, so I gotta work on that. But yeah, I would say this one is pretty accurate. The next one says, you are the same person online as you are in real life, if that makes sense. That does make sense, and that is something that I strive to be. I don't ever want to portray myself online differently as I do in real life. I feel like, why would you do that? Because people are gonna eventually meet you and realize, wow, this girl is nothing like she is online. She's fake. And I never want people to be like talking about me behind my back and be like, you're fake. Like, if you're gonna say something else. I don't care, but fake, like, no, that's not something I ever wanna be. And that's not something I ever wanna portray myself as. So definitely try my best to be the same. And that's how it should be. The next one says, you have lots of friends. So I love to make new friends. I love meeting new people. And I love expanding my friend groups and my just horizons as far as people that I know and people that I talk with. So I have a lot of social media friends that I've never met in person that I met through there. I have a lot of friends I've met at conferences, but in my actual state where I live and actually hang out with people, I would say I generally hang out with like the same 10 people. But yeah, I don't know. I like to make friends. I like to meet new people. I think it's really fun. The next one says that you're a fashion icon, and it made me laugh. Not gonna answer it obviously because I don't think I am, and I don't know what other people think about me, but I just thought it was funny, so I wanted to read it because it just made me laugh. The next one says, I assume that you're an amazing person. Thank you. I assume that you're a nice girl for saying that. The next one says, you're 5'6". That's a good guess, but I am 5'7". So you were pretty close, but yeah, I'm 5'7". A lot of people assume that I'm short. I don't know why, because I feel like I have pretty long legs, but I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'7". The next assumption is you love dogs. Weird flex, but okay. But yeah, I do love dogs. There was this little baby puppy that came through the drive-thru at Panera the other day, and I literally cried about it. I don't know why, but I was literally crying. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a baby puppy. And then after that car drove away, the car behind it had a dog with 2 different color eyes. One was blue and one was brown, and it was just really cute. And I didn't cry about it, but I was still just very excited, very touched. I have a dog. I've had lots of dogs throughout the years, and I'm definitely a dog person. I've never had a cat. My dad's allergic to cats. I might be for all I know because I've never had one, but I'm definitely a dog person. Man and woman's best friend. Love them. This one says that you're snobby. Sorry for saying it, LOL. I feel bad. Don't feel bad, you know, we always make assumptions about people that we don't know, and it's totally fine. But in response to this assumption, I would have to say, I don't think I am snobby. I don't have anything to be snobby about. I'm not rich. I'm not flexing on all of you guys with like a really nice car. I drive a 2010 Ford Focus that we got off of Craigslist. I don't work a fancy job. I work at Panera. I don't live in a huge house. I don't have anything to be snobby about. So it's okay that you made that assumption. I don't care, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, but like going forward, I would respond to this by saying, I don't think I am. And I hope I'm not. I hope that's not what you guys think of me. But yeah, it's all your opinion. The next one says that you would be a stuck-up person. So yeah, I've gotten a few of these. Like, dang, you guys, for real? Like, but yeah, once again, I don't think I'm stuck up. I've never heard that I'm stuck up. This is, I feel like, a common thing that we sometimes think about girls on social media just because we've never met them. So I feel like if a girl, like we see a lot on social media, like posts a certain kind of photo or posts certain kinds of things, you automatically assume, oh, they must be stuck up. But yeah, I don't think I am. I haven't been told that I am. So to that one, I would have to say no based on my own opinion of myself. But like I said, you'd have to ask someone that actually knows me. The next one is, you like all the juicy fruits. This is true. I do like all the juicy fruits. Weird flex, once again, but okay. You're not wrong. I mean, you have a great relationship with everyone you meet. I try my best. It's up to the other person to decide if they want to have a relationship, but I try my best to, make relationships with everyone I meet and build trust and communication, but at the end of the day, it can't be one-sided, so it's kind of up to both parties if they want to have a good relationship or whatever. That you bring out the best in others. That is so sweet. Like, that just made my heart so happy. Like I said, I can't really answer some of these about myself. I feel like you'd have to ask my friends, but I think it's so sweet that you think that, and I hope that that's true, but like I said, you'd have to ask my friends. But thank you, that is very sweet. I really appreciate that a lot. I feel like deep down you've always wanted to be black, IDKY. That is so funny. Like, that made me laugh so hard. My answer, don't we all? Yeah, obviously I don't have identity issues and I'm like, I don't want to be white, I want to be something else. But yeah, I feel like we all sometimes get in that mode where we try to talk differently and act differently around different groups of people, and I feel like sometimes I adapt to the group that I'm with. So I've heard this a lot, people are like, oh, you want to be black, but the thing is, we're all human, we all bleed the same. I feel like skin color doesn't have anything to do with attitudes, and at the end of the day, I just hope to be the nicest and best person I can be, and whether I'm white, black, blue, gray, yellow, orange, it really doesn't matter, because if you are being kind and being the best person you can be, then I don't know where I'm going with this, but I would say no, but don't we all? Low-key, but my answer is no, but you know what I mean? So, okay, that's the answer. You have turned down lots of guys over the years. Okay, this one's really funny. I wouldn't say I've turned down a lot of guys, but there have been a lot of DMs that I have ignored and or not responded to. I wouldn't say I've turned down guys, because I feel like that's really rude if a guy messages you and they try to shoot their shot and you're rude to them. You don't need to do that. If you don't want to talk to them, just don't respond, but don't be rude. It took a lot of courage for them to DM you. Oh my gosh, am I okay? It took a lot for them to message you and to put themselves out there, so why turn them down and be rude? Just don't respond, or just be I just want to be friends. So I wouldn't say turn down in the sense that I'm no, but I would say turn down in the sense of I haven't responded, or I've just conveyed that I want to be friends. You don't care about drama or what other people think about you. You are confident in who you are. I would say this is true. I try to stay out of drama. I'm still technically a teenager. I'm only 19. So sometimes drama follows your friend groups, no matter how hard you try to get away from it. So I try to stay out of it. But of course, sometimes you can't avoid it, and that's annoying, but I try my best to stay out of it. And you're right, I don't really care what other people think of me. Obviously, I don't want people to think I'm mean or evil or something, but if they're I've never met her, but I think this about her, then I'm kind of that's a you problem, But yeah. That you're always in a good mood. This one's true. No, this one's not true. I feel like there's nobody out there that's always in a good mood. My mom is one of the nicest people I know. I feel like she's always in a good mood, but I also know that there have been days where she's been down or upset or whatever, and so I feel like to say that I'm always in a good mood would be false, because some days aren't perfect and it's not easy to always be in a good mood, but I do try my best. So no, but I'm working on it. Next one says, you're organized. I would say I am pretty organized. When I was younger, I was very messy, but now I have a place for everything and everything is in its place. So try my best to be organized, try my best to make everything look neat. So I would say yes, this assumption is correct. You procrastinate. Right on the money, sis. I am a big procrastinator, so this one is correct. I've always assumed you were stuck up, my bad B, but then we were in the same door one year and I've adored you ever since. Thank you, sis, love you. Yeah, like I said, this is like a common assumption. I feel like it's just something that girls oftentimes think about other girls, but like my good friend, I'm not finna say it. Finna? Oh. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't wanna, I don't know if she wants to remain anonymous or whatever, but anyways, I feel like once you get to know people, you realize, okay, hey, everything I assumed about them is not true. So hopefully you guys will get to know me and realize those are not true. You actually seem like you have a little bit rude attitude sometimes, LOL. Don't we all? Just kidding. I try not to, seriously. I feel like I have to purpose in the morning sometimes, like I will not be in a bad mood today at work, because Panera, it's hard to be in a good mood sometimes. It's hard to not say what you're thinking, but you have to try your best to not be rude and to not be just kind of like a jerk to people. You gotta kind of purpose in your heart, like I'm gonna be kind today. So I would say, no, I don't have a rude attitude, but like I said, you're entitled to your opinion and you have to get to know me to know if that's true or not. So yeah. You wear highlighter. This is false. I wear a lot of moisturizer and a lot of Mario Badescu cucumber spray. That's a common misconception. A lot of people think her face is kind of shiny, so she wears highlighter all over her face. Not true. I'm also not greasy. I just use a lot of moisturizer and a lot of spray because I have dry skin and I really want to avoid looking dry. So yeah, that's a common misconception and it's not true. You're nice, question mark? Thank you, question mark? You like peach iced tea, green tea from Starbucks. What? I don't think I've ever tried that. So no, but I do like the strawberry acai refreshers because those boys are good. Love them. I thought you were mean. I don't think that anymore. LOL, I love you and your videos. Thank you. Like I said, I don't know why people think that. I feel like it's just girls being girls. Like, come on, girls. Let's all love each other and support each other. But I'm glad that you don't think that anymore. That's really nice. Thank you. You're spontaneous and love having a good time. I would agree with this one. I think, yes, I am pretty spontaneous and I love having a good time, hanging out with friends and just doing fun stuff. So yeah, I would agree with this one. The next one is, you never search for boyfriends, you wait for God to bring the right one. I would agree with this one. I have never been super forward. I have never been the first one to send a message or a DM or a text or whatever. I kind of just wait for like guys to come to me just because I'm old-fashioned, I'm old school. I don't want to force myself onto people or make myself seem like I'm desperate or forward. And I also don't want to date people just to date them. I want it to be in God's will. So you are right on the money with this one. I've never searched for boyfriend or people to talk to or date or whatever. Like, that's just not me. So yeah, I just really want to wait on God's timing and make sure that whoever I'm with, it's the right person. And the last one is, I can't because I don't know you, but from what I see, you are adored. So I feel like this is a good one to end with because it goes back to the idea that we assume things about people that we don't know and we have no reasons to assume those things. So she's correct in her statement that you can't really assume things about people that you don't know because you don't know them and you don't know whether that's true or false. So I hope that in this video, you got to know me a little bit more and you got to see if your assumptions were correct or incorrect and just kind of like realize that assuming things about people, it doesn't help you, it doesn't help me. And we should stop. We should just support each other as girls because we know the kind of stuff that we go through as girls. So it's time for us to support each other, to be there for each other, and just to show each other respect and love and not judge each other without knowing each other and not assume things about each other and just not to think evil but to think good of each other. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of perspective, and I hope you also got to know me a little bit better. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to be included in the next video like this one, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, which is kg.arnold. So I do a lot of things like this on Instagram. That's kind of a place where you can get to know me better as well as be involved in videos in the future. So if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and join that family and follow me. I also have a Twitter, which I don't post on too often, but I like to go on it and kind of stalk you guys, as well as Pinterest, another thing I don't go on very often, but I have it. And yeah, if you guys have not subscribed yet, don't forget to do so before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.